Welcome back to Crunch Time, and we're in the kitchen making one of my favourite desserts. What do you reckon this is?
Brownies.
Brownies, very good work. Brownies are really easy to make, and it really just starts with chocolate, flour, and nuts, and eggs, and sugar, and all of the things that we enjoy. So are we gonna do this?
Yes.
It's gonna be fun, brilliant. Okay, so the first thing we do, of course, is preheat the oven to 180, and that's happening over there. Meanwhile, Dylan, you're gonna line this tin for us. So we've got a baking tin. You can make it in a square, you can make it in a round, whatever you've got, and spray it. Brilliant.
Spray it up.
Yep, spray it up. If you don't have a cooking spray at home, oh, look at that. Look at that precision. That's wonderful. Yeah, go inside. You don't have to get too precise with it, but if you don't have the spray, you can use butter as well. You're basically just gluing. Think of it like
do you have to wear a mask when you're spraying this?
Don't even need to do that.
Okay.
but actually, you know, that's a really good question though, because they do still have fumes, so you wouldn't put your head in it. Okay, and then on goes the baking paper on top, Dylan. Okay. Wonderful, and then you hand it over to me.
Okay.
Excellent. Thank
Lovely
you
prep
kindly.
work there, Dylan.
I like that. Look at that precision. Do you do a lot of cooking at home, Dylan?
Yeah.
No? Talk to us about your cooking skills.
Well, I'm really bad at it. I burn 2-minute noodles.
Well, I wouldn't say you're bad. I would say that you're just a beginner, right? Let's see how you go with the brownies.
You've got a good nickname, Dylan. What's your nickname? Because you can cook something in particular.
Cookie Monster, because I eat a lot of cookies. And in America, I spent like $30 on cookies.
Ooh.
That's a lot of cookie.
That's money well spent.
Well,
I would say,
is it? Because you know what you could have done is grabbed all of these ingredients and baked your own cookies. Ooh. And once you bake these brownies, you'll be like, hey, I can be the brownie monster now. Now, meanwhile, I am heating this pot because I'm going to create a double boiler. Briar, what do you reckon a double boiler is for?
I don't know.
Well, in this case...
To make it hotter.
Yes, absolutely. Well, it does have the heat, but because you want to melt the chocolate, you want to do it on like an even heat, and that's going to give it an even heat. If you melt the chocolate straight in the pot, it'll burn at the bottom. And as I always say, with hot things in the kitchen, grown-up eyeballs. And in this case, this guy is the grown-up.
Great to be here, Alice. Thank you. Providing the eyeballs, if nothing else.
Wonderful. Now, I've just got to wait for this to boil, because once that comes to the boil, we're going to take it off, and the residual heat, or like the heat in that pot, is going to be enough to melt that chocolate. Meanwhile, I'm going to get onto those eggs, because watching a pot boil always goes slower, am I right? Yes. Yeah. And Briar, have you done more cooking than Dylan?
I don't know, but I was on a cooking show.
Oh, I think that means you have. Are you a bit of a shark in the kitchen?
Cooking segment.
Great, that's good. Now, did you see the way that I cracked that egg?
Yes.
Wonderful. The most important thing with cracking an egg, I did that without even thinking, is to crack it on a flat surface instead of on the edge of something, because that keeps the bacteria from going in, and it'll also avoid shells. And we crack one egg at a time, because the key there is... Well done, Alex.
We're cracking it.
Are you good?
We're making scrambled eggs now.
Wonderful. Just making sure you're paying attention. And so we crack one egg at a time whilst holding onto the bowl, and then it goes in there. So one egg at a time.
And Alice, do you always put the receptacle in the thing? Or
Look, that's a little gift with purchase that I thought I'd just put in there. Okay, so one egg at a time. That's your job, Briar. Meanwhile, this water has almost come to the boil. If you have a lid, that will obviously help.
Oh, that's good.
That's beautiful. That's wonderful.
I like
Perfect.
that.
See that? How was that? How did that feel?
That was good.
That was good, and straight to the bin. Smart. See, neat cooking. I love it. And then this chocolate, I'm going to pop right on top.
Dylan, have a go with an egg as well.
Yeah, have an egg if you want. Crack it. Have a crack.
Have a crack.
Yes, wonderful. That's perfect. And the reason, if you're wondering why we crack one egg at a time into a separate bowl, is just in case the egg's got a little bit of gunk in it. If it's a dodgy egg, you can't tell until you crack it in. So that way it protects. Look at that. I love it.
That's great egg work there.
Wonderful egg work. Excellent, one might say. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Let's get them in
and then that's wonderful. In that goes. Terrific. And now the hot pot situation that's going on over here is going to melt the chocolate. You don't want too much water, because if the water gets too close to the bowl, it'll actually seize the chocolate. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Wonderful. See that? See that happening?
Yep.
What do you think, Brian? Meanwhile, I'm going to get you to cream the eggs and the sugar.
Okay.
So, what that means, what do you reckon?
Put all the sugar in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well done. Good, Dylan. Good.
It's a lot of
A little
sugar.
bit. Maybe, Dylan, did you want to pop the sugar in slowly and surely? And Brian, you can just keep
Like, use my
whisking.
hands with it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or even just pour it in.
Oh, okay.
I did note that you washed your hands earlier just as well.
Look, hygiene, as we always say, our mate Jean, she's very important in the kitchen. That's great. Look at that teamwork.
Keep going.
Wonderful. Yeah,
Now
keep
start
whisking.
ollieing the sugar in there.
Yeah,
Grind it in
okay, good, good.
That's it.
This chocolate is taking ages to melt.
Oh wow.
Oh,
So much.
and
So
in goes the butter.
sugary.
It's so sugary, and that's really important for you to see that, because when you get a brownie from the shops or
Hopefully
from a box, you
Hopefully
don't
the-
see how much sugar goes into it. And when
Hopefully
you
not
make
this much.
Yeah, hopefully not this much, exactly. So when you make this at home, if you think that it's too sweet, if you've got some sweeter chocolate, you just don't have to put as much in. Okay.
Brian's
so-
got a game face on there. Look at that.
She's
That
all
is-
over it.
That is good.
all
Look at that.
over it. Meanwhile, Nick, I might get you to help Dylan with the nut cracking.
The nut cracking?
Yes.
Sure. So, Dylan, do you want to not using your hands?
Okay.
Just fire the ingredients in this plastic bag. There we go. Just tip them all in there. We're all friends here. Come on, get
Yeah.
it in there. There we go. Fantastic.
Now-
And the
Chocolate.
the chocolate pieces as well. Nice.
Now, you don't have to crush up the chocolate, but hey, we're going off script already, so why not? If you don't want to use walnuts, you can use hazelnuts, macadamias. If you want to keep it nut-free, guess what? What do you think you do, Briar?
Don't use
Nuts in?
Don't put nuts in. I love it, Genius.
I love how Dylan cooks anything. Look at this. This is great. You can come over anytime for a barbecue.
Wonderful. Now,
Alright.
that's heaps. That's heaps.
That's good.
Perfect.
We've bashed it up nicely.
Yep, and if you don't have a rolling pin at home, or if you don't have a grown-up supervising the nut crushing, then you can just use the bottom of a bottle and just slowly sort of crush it. That's great. In goes the cocoa now. Pop that in, why not? Wonderful. Terrific. This chocolate's melting away nicely, almost ready to go in. What do you think of the smell?
Smells so
Good.
chocolatey.
Wonderful, chocolatey. And Dylan, the next thing I'm going to get you to pop in there is the flour, of course.
Both of them?
Both of them, wonderful.
That's all right. The table's hungry as well. No worries.
Yeah, I like to make a mess in the kitchen. It's important, because if you're making a mess, you're cooking.
And we've got aprons on as well. It's a bit of a shame though because it's covering my polo shirt. But anyway.
Oh,
Oh, you're going to count that?
what? I thought that was a really good one. I thought that was really good. Oh, great. You know what? This chocolate is wonderfully melted, and I'm going to use the flex. Yeah, that's
Good
perfect.
muscle work
Let's swap
there.
over. When you're
Stuff
at this
right in.
point,
Get the
Briar,
muscles
you've
in there.
nailed that. Yes, teamwork, Dylan.
yeah, get the sleeve
Great. Get the sleeve up. Important. And then, because this is still hot, I'm going to move the pot away. You guys, we are nailing this challenge. It is going to be delicious.
How's
So,
that looking for consistency, Alice?
that
Is
consistency is perfect. So the reason that we cream the sugar and the eggs first is because we don't want grits of sugar. We want it to be nice and sort of soft and smooth. Now, this is the most important bit. In goes the chocolate. Are you ready? Briar, do you want to spatch this in? I'm
Okay.
going to hold onto the bowl because it's still hot. Okay, let's do it. Teamwork.
This is going to end badly.
No, it is not. I have faith. I have
nice.
faith. And you can put other things in here as well. So let's say you might have noticed I popped a pinch of salt in, which wasn't in the original recipe. I like to add a little bit of salt to sweets because it actually helps to bring out the flavour. Salt's a flavour enhancer. It's an assault on the senses.
No doubt.
Thank you very much. Wonderful. And the reason we use a flexible spatula is
It's easier to lick? Or?
exactly right. Brilliant. Okay, stir it in, fold in the nuts.
I'll get
We're
those
running
in.
low on time now. That's why we've got 4 people cooking this so we can get it all done. It's all happening. We want to eat these.
From a height.
From a height.
Oh, it's a bit high there. Sorry.
A little high. Okay, now I'm going to spoon this into here. What do you reckon? Are you going to make this at home? Dylan, do you think
Yeah.
you're a better cook now?
Hopefully.
Hopefully. I reckon you can make this for your skateboarding friends. They'll be very impressed.
I'd love it.
Yeah, Briar, do you reckon your python will be impressed by this?
Yeah. Probably won't eat it
Okay.
because he eats rats.
That's going in. Nick, pop that in the oven
Yes,
while I bring
ma'am.
out the
Can
one
I
we
do?
prepared earlier.
Sure
This
thing.
is why we prepare earlier, because chances are we get chatting, things happen. In the oven, it'll take about 15 to 20 minutes or until the skewer comes out clean. Now, step aside, my friends, because I'm going to chop this up and we are going to dig in. Oh, yeah, see that crunch? Now, I'm a middle brownie kind of person, so I'm going to take it to the middle. Take it. And then...
We've done a good job here. haven't
Look,
we, guys?
yeah, here's one we prepared earlier. Are you ready? That, taste this. Well done. Cheers, my friends.
We're going to
See you
enjoy
after
these.
this.
We will see you on the other side.
Yeah.
Yummo.
Yeah, crunching time.
Crunch time.